Hello and welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to be talking about the Philadelphia Fusion, one of the new teams which will be transitioning from the NA region to the APAC region. So let's get started off with the roster. So we have Carpe, EQO, and Shockwave in DPS, Alarm and Funny Astro in support, and Poker and Mano for tank. So let's just go through them. So for DPS, Carpe, EQO, and Shockwave. It's kind of the same as it was last season. I just wish that they kept Ivy or Hisu. That would be really good, but obviously they didn't, which is sad. I feel like it's kind of the same though. It's kind of like the same level because it was like a 7 or 8 and it's still 7 or 8. If not, it's very close to being a 9, just because of how good all of those three players are, especially Carpet, which you already know he's an absolute beast. Maybe EQO could probably show up. Shockwave as well. They could definitely show up and definitely make an impression of himself. But yeah, it's kind of really it. But for the starting lineup, it's definitely gonna be Carpe, obviously. And then it's probably gonna be EQO. And so if I remember correctly, Shockwave is a hit scan. I have no idea if he's even gonna get any playtime. I have no clue. Yeah, Shockwave is a hit scan, but he can also be a projector. He can play a Hanzo and Echo. But Carpe can basically play those same ones other than like Echo. So maybe an Echo specialist? I don't really know because I think does EQ also play Echo? Yes, EQ also plays Echo. So now that I think about it, it's actually kind of useless of getting Shockwave, but we'll see what they want to do with him. Obviously, I do think he does deserve a spot in the Overwatch League. I just don't know where he would have gone, obviously. Maybe to London, or even maybe to Paris, but I don't know. So it's kind of the same level as it was last season. Around an 8 or 9, definitely not a 7 because I'm going to recount that. Definitely not a 7. Probably around an 8 or a 9, even a 10. Support, Alarm, Funny Astro, no changes there other than getting rid of Boombox. Kind of the same. A solid 10. Possibly one of the best support lineups I've seen. Now the tank one is the most interesting because they kept Poco, who's a world class off tank, but we got Mano, who is probably, in my opinion, he's gonna struggle for a bit for the first couple of weeks because their first matches you can't really see that, but you can see for a bit. It is a Valiant, so it's not gonna be that hard. Mano, he is going to have a little bit of a change in his playstyle because Philly is a very aggressive team. And then with Mano coming in with mainly like a passive type of gameplay, it's not really going to go too well for Mano. But however, may change. So maybe Mano does really good and like aggressive, really aggressive. I just wish that they kept Sato just for like a backup, just in case if Mano does fail, so Sato can come in, just do all the work there. But it's kind of the same as it was last year as well. Philly hasn't really been upgrading a whole lot. Other probably the main tank position because Mano is definitely better than Sato. But as like a whole of a roster, I just think this is kind of the same as it was last season. Great pieces, great bug players, if you're giving count Chepstar, and just just great just championship material of a roster. So I think it's main. So I think it's very solid of a roster. It's definitely probably up there in the APAC because APAC is gonna be very competitive this season. But how would I know? So let's then move down to the coaches. So they have 9K, who was formerly I think formerly from Shock and Paris. So he definitely knows how to coach a team. I have a lot of trust in him. Next we have Christopher, who's the assistant coach alongside Moby Dick. I think Moby Dick, he was, where's he? I think he was formerly from Toronto? I don't know, I need to have a look. Um, yeah, Toronto, yeah. So he was formerly from Toronto. Um, I do have a lot of trust. Actually, no, when did he? Okay, so it was like, okay, so first year in Toronto. Toronto's first time in Al wasn't that bad. It was a bit average, but a little bit lackluster. So, but he's here now, even though he did join in 2019. I do have a lot of trust in him. Christopher, I don't really know. I guess yeah, I guess so. Pretty good. And then we also have Satya, who's the strategic analysis, who's really, really, really fucking good. So now I just want to talk about this team real quick, and it's mainly going to be about Mano, because I I'm a little bit scared for Mano because obviously the team is aggressive, like very, very aggressive all around, and we have seen that really. We have seen that over the years that Philly is mainly very, very aggressive. And there's nothing, and there's no denying that. All of it, like from the past, like from the inaugural season to this season, they have been always aggressive first because they've always had aggressive main tanks. They had Fraggy, they had Sato, like, yeah, that's about it. Because they always had aggressive main tanks, so they always wanted to be aggressive. Now that they've actually had to slap back a little bit because Mano is a very passive, thinkable player. No diss to him because he's a great player. He's one of the best. Picking him up is definitely an upgrade over Sato, even though they are very, very similar. But with Mano coming into the team, is he really going to gel with the team quickly? I just don't know, and that may affect the power rankings. So this is the power rankings. Here we have it here. So here in Philly, we have the APAC region right here. And with Guangzhou currently in third place, it's going to be very hard because they are definitely in the third to fifth region, definitely. Just really, really hard just to think of just who is going to, like, where are they going to be in this roster? Like with the roster they currently have, where are they going to be compared to the other teams in the APAC region? We just don't know. I have no clue. So I just don't really. I shouldn't. Sorry. Let me rephrase it. So it's from third to probably, yeah. So third to sixth is gonna be very, very close there. Maybe Chengdu could probably step it up. I don't really know. So for now, so for now, I will be keeping Philly in fourth place where they are currently because they are definitely midfield. They are definitely a mid-pack team in APAC because of the amount of talent in that region. It's gonna be very hard for Philly to really get up to tier one. It's gonna be very, very hard. But if they do, props to them really. So you see on your right, you see that there's my power rankings. First to 20th, we have Guangzhou Charge in 5th, Chengdu Hunters in 13th, and Boston Outbreaks in 16th. So I will be doing a change here. It's not going to be 5th place, obviously. It is going to be around the 12th, no, sorry, the 10th to 6th region. And for that, I'm going to put them in the 8th place. Just because there are obviously better teams than the Fusion. Like, I can really, like, in here, I can definitely think of, like, the Gladiators, the Mayhem, the Rain, the Fuel, the Shock, obviously. There are some, like, the Justice as well. There are a lot of teams that can be definitely be better than them. So, that's legit it for the Philadelphia Fusion. The next one, I think it was going to be the Valiant. I'm going to wait until, well, I will push the Valiant back, so I'll probably do the Gladiators first. Then I will then talk about the Valiant when their roster has been announced. Capiche? Very cool. So that is it for me now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.